Hello, Maddie from Hello Interloper here with the latest in Blood Brothers news. So, I find it kind of entertaining that Blood Brothers and Defender of Texel have the exact same event going on at the same time. Of course, there are differences between the games and their own version of events, but they're both pretty well coordinated. They both end on January 20th, so you have a few more days to partake in this. It actually started yesterday, so definitely have some time. Anyway, so it seems that we are back to the 3-tower and vault configuration here with Special Dungeons number 19. We got the Novices Tower, the Knights Tower, the Squires Tower, and of course the Vault of Trials, where you can capture and fight old bosses from Special Dungeons. So, it seems that there is a cat invasion this event, because the Legendary, the Special Dungeons boss, and the rare that is going to be given out for rank rewards are all cat-based, and I'll be going through them in a moment. But first, I just want to show you guys the main boss here, who is Chat Noir, the Dancer of Darkness. She is a human, but she has a seemingly a belt tail and a mask that is very cat-like. And the full evolution is Chat Noir, the Crimson Scythe. And she has a new skill called Coax that is only seen on her. It deals attack-based damage to 4 different foes in a fork attack pattern, which I've never really heard of that, honestly. But it has a 110% attack modifier with a 30% probability when it's fully maxed. So it does not ignore position, it just targets 4 foes. So let's take a look at her stats at the moment. If she is perfect evolution, she has a fairly good HP, attack, agility, defense. Lowest stat is wisdom, which really isn't all that low. It's kind of nice that we're seeing a bit more higher stats for Special Dungeons bosses, because all the way back, let's say 10 Special Dungeons ago, the stats were a lot lower. We didn't really see maybe 1 or 2 stats that were in the 10,000 range, but nothing really above that. So slowly but surely things are getting a little more powerful. But of course that kind of applies to everything in the game. Things are getting more powerful, things are getting outdated, constantly putting you on your feet, having to get new units, but that's how the game works. So basically you can get her in the Knights Tower, which is the best tower, and also the Vault of Trials. I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure if it still works this way, because honestly, I haven't played this game in a while, but I don't know if they still have coins to unlock the Vault of Trials or not. But basically the Vault of Trials, it has capturable bosses from past events, and I will go through those quickly. Of course, there's Chat Noir, there's Grendel, who you might remember. It was from Special Dungeons 7 originally, so pretty long ago. And I'm not sure if he was an actual capturable boss or if he was a rank reward. But then we also have the Grim Reaper, who has been brought back many times so far. He was brought back in the 17th Celebration Packs, was Special Dungeons number 2. He's got Plasma Field, which is an interesting ability that only comes from him. It's deal lightning damage to all foes, modifier 200 wisdom. Interesting. Then Lamassu, who actually was also a rank reward for Special Dungeons 10, got Ice Fog. And then Oedipus the Wandering Warrior. He has Strong Arm Tactics. Basically, pretty interesting to see these guys come back. I don't know why they don't have perfect evolution stats, though. It's kind of... oh, here we go. We've got to look at the fully evolved version. But basically, it's interesting to see that they've brought back rank rewards and some bosses rather than just only bosses. And then, of course, we've got non-capturable legendary bosses that are also able to find in the Vault of Trials. Sorry, my brain's a little fried, honestly. But you can see these legendaries in the Vault of Trials. You get to fight them, but you don't get to capture them, unfortunately. Imagine if you could capture legendaries, that would be kind of crazy. But of course, there is a new legendary in the rank rewards. His name is Ovinik, I guess, the Hexbeast. And it is cat-based. Everything is very catty today. And the fully evolved version looks quite crazy and has some pretty high stats. HP is 18k, defense is 20k. Pretty low agility and attack, but it does have two abilities. Wicked Bolt, which is it attacks 3 random foes regardless of position, deals heavy wisdom-based damage, and it does 195% of the wisdom stat. Probability is 30% when maxed. 3 foes, ignores position. And then Shadow Master, which raises the HP of self and adjacent familiars at beginning of battle. It's 30% of your wisdom, probability 70%, which is pretty high, so that would be definitely a game changer. 3 allies, self and adjacent. So you definitely want to put him next to 2 different guys. Don't put him at the end if you do end up getting him, because that would just be a waste. But he does have pretty high HP to begin with, so with that HP boost of 30% of wisdom, it can be pretty crazy. It's a little bit disappointing that his wisdom isn't higher, but it seems that he's kind of a wisdom-based attacker, but also a bit of a tank because of the defense and HP, and because of the tanky stats, it means that he can buff the others and basically decimate the other team. So then let's go to the rare reward, which you can also get if you attain 400,000 points, but you can also get for rank rewards. It's nice to note that the top 35,000 will be getting at least one of these. So it is Cat Sith Magus Warrior. Or Magus, I don't know how to really pronounce these. But he's pretty interesting looking. I've got to say, I really like the art style that this guy was drawn in, because there's so much detail to, the nice designs on the metal clasps here and everything. And then the tiny little potions on the belt, I find that very eye-pleasing. And he kind of is looking at you like, yes, I'm ready. I'm going to cast some mage's abilities. So he has Curiosity, which is a little bit funny. Curiosity killed the cat. But it deals heavy wisdom-based damage to all foes, sometimes lowering agility. That is definitely an interesting ability. It is a sweeping attack pattern. Probability 30% when maxed. Modifier 150% wisdom. And the debuff is... it lowers agility by 15% of the caster's wisdom. And basically a very complicated attack. Damage reduction, physical ward, skill-based, physical-based attack. What? Very confusing. I guess it's saying that if you have a physical ward, that changes the debuff, or I don't even know. I don't even want to get started trying to analyze this, because it's quite confusing and I don't want to say anything wrong. But yeah, his fully evolved version, it's kind of interesting because he goes from being a mage to a little bit of a tribal-looking character there. But if we take a look at his stats are pretty darn good for a rare that evolves into an epic. He's got good agility, so he goes very fast, and wisdom is high. And seeing that it's a wisdom-based ability, Curiosity, that's good. HP is pretty high too. Attack and defense are below 10k, which is fine when we look at his other strengths. So basically, he is a debuffer and attacker at the same time, dealing damage to everybody and having a chance of lowering their agility, which will be great against agility teams. because you can hopefully lower their attacks enough where they won't really do much damage to you. So that's pretty much all you really need to know about this event, other than the fact that there is a new login bonus. There are 10 silver coins for day 1, dried sage for day 2, mandrake leaf times 3 for day 3, and 10 blood meal for day 4. So make sure that you log in every day through this event to get some extra items. Can never have enough items. And see when the event ends now on the wiki, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, that's just about all you really need to know about this special dungeon. Good luck, everybody, and take care.